Hello friends, I am Shaista Khan. Today's topic is wrongful gain and wrongful loss and case laws under Indian Penal Code. So what is wrongful gain? Under section 23 of IPC, wrongful gain is gain by unlawful means of property which the person gaining is not legally entitled. So what that mean? Wrongful gain. Wrongful is unfair, unjust act. So illegal act. So if a person in an unfair way, if a person in illegal manner wrongfully gain any property, and that benefit is entitled as wrongful gain. So next is wrongful loss. Wrongful loss is the loss by unlawful means of property to which the person losing it is legally entitled. So yes, of course, wrongful loss is a loss that by unlawful means of a property to which the person losing it is legally entitled. The person who losing the movable or any material things that is he is legally entitled to that thing, or he or she is legally entitled to that thing, and he is suffering loss, so that loss is stated as wrongful loss. For example, if I state that I have mango garden, some X takes bulk of mango from my garden and sold in the market. Here X wrongfully retain, here X wrongfully possess, here X wrongfully possess the mango and get benefit by selling of that mango in the market. Here I suffered wrongful loss. Here prejudicial, my right is affected, my legal right is affected, and that person who is get wrongful gain, he is not having the legal right. This is the major difference between wrongful gain and wrongful loss. When there is wrongful gain, that person is not legally entitled. When there is wrongful loss, the person is legally entitled to that property. So what is actually wrongful, the act, what actually the wrongful, the act of continuing to possess or continue, control or hold the retention, and the power and ability to keep and hold the retention of the property, that is called wrongful gain. And wrongful loss is the loss of the property. The owner of the property suffer loss of the property. The title, the ownership, the person who is having the title of ownership, he suffer loss. So in this case, one case is there, Queen Empress versus Chango. So in this case, what the court stated: wrongful gain, according to the definition of section 23, is constituted not only by wrongful acquisition of property, which in accordance with the meaning of the word, but also by wrongful retention of the same, even though such retention doesn't result in any profit to the person retaining it. So the wrongful loss is constituted not only the wrongful deprivation of the property, but also being wrongfully kept out of the same. So section 23 would amount in this case, what it stated, whether the taking was with the intention of causing wrongful gain to one person and wrongful loss to another person. So wrongful gain within the meaning of section 23 would amount to recognition of a right on the part of every individual to recover alleged debt by seizure of the property of his alleged debtor. So next is wrongful gain and wrongful loss. Gaining wrongfully and losing wrongfully. A person is said to gain wrongfully when such person retained wrongfully, as well as when such person acquires wrongfully. Gaining wrongfully means that person is not entitled of title of ownership, even then that person did any kind of theft. For example, he did theft. So a person is said to gain wrongfully when such person retain, that means possess wrongfully, for temporary purpose, for permanent purpose, for until he or she gets the benefit, as well as when such person acquires wrongfully, that is stated as a wrongful gaining wrongfully. A person is said to losing wrongfully when such person is wrongfully kept out of the property, as well as when such person is wrongfully deprived of the property. A person is stated as wrongfully losing of the property, means that the person who is having the title of ownership is losing the deprived deprived of property. He cannot enjoy possession of the property. So this is the major difference. Next is wrongful gain, wrongful loss. What is this? A person can be said to have dishonest intention. So under section 24 of IPC stated, a person's dishonest intention, one person is doing wrongful gain to another person and wrongful loss to another person. So having with an intention. So a person can be said to have dishonest intention if he taking the property, it is his intention to cause gain to himself by unlawful means of property to which the person so gaining is not legally entitled or to cause loss to the real owner by wrongful means of property to which the person so causing losing its acquisition or total deprivation, but it is enough if it is temporary retention of the property by the person wrongfully gained, or temporary keeping out of the property by the legally entitled. One case is there, K.N. Mehra case. In this this is very good case. The appellant, a cadet on training in an Indian force. Who is cadet? A trainee, a young person who is doing a training in the Indian Air Force Academy, Jodhpur, took off an aircraft without the authorization and landed it in Pakistan. So the appellant was arrested and brought to India and prosecuted for theft of aircraft under section 379, and held that taking out of the aircraft of the appellant for the unauthorized flight, in fact given the appellant temporary use of the aircraft for his own purpose, had temporarily deprived the real owner, deprived the owner of the aircraft, that is the government, legitimate for of its legitimate use. Particular aircraft for Indian aircraft is specially used for the Indian Air Force. So the cadet, he is not entitled to take that aircraft and put into the landed into the Pakistan. So he was responsible, he was liable, and such act was clearly a wrongful gain by the cadet, and wrongful loss to the government, and unlawful gain to one person, dishonest unlawful loss to another person. So by this I would like to conclude this wrongful gain and wrongful loss topic. Thank you so much.